Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Thank you for your support. Okay. Well met once again, Ronald. Since you've been such an obstinate, obedient assistant, I'm not an assistant, I am an actual carrier. I've got a reward for you, Kupo. No drunkards, no ruffians to contend you at this time. Just relax and relaxation. Tell me, Ronald, what comes to mind when you think of Linsa? What? Let me, if I could turn the camera, I can actually show you what I think of Linsa. After pirates, wharf rats, where going at, that is fish, Kupo, and there's nobody fishier than I. Meaning that in the nicest sense of the word, then Wah Lago, the master of the fisherman's guild. Yep. Wah Lago's been pitting his wits against the slipperiest fish in the 5 seas for longer than anyone can remember. Why, he's not unlike a fish himself, drifting along the streams of life without a care in the world. Well, so I thought it'd be nice if you went down and got to know him. I already know him. Lay down your weapons, put aside your worries, and take it easy for us. Oh, while you're at it, you can take along this letter. I mean, you're going there either way, right? Wow. Hostages for forced. Ronald, the very vassal I was looking for. Oh, I need you to take the letter to the wood where your dear leader, that's me, was born and raised. Oh. It needs to be delivered to Ea Morka, leader of the White Rams. Officially, they're an offshoot of the God's Quiver, but in practice, they're Miss Molcock's private army. The Ixo call her the Black Cat. Whenever she crosses their path, they're sure to meet an unfortunate end, Kupo. Truth be told, this is the first time we've tried to deliver this letter. I entrusted to another subordinate of mine, a delivery mogul, on his very first mission, but he got chased away by the birdman and fluttered back hiding his face under his pom-pom. He simply wasn't cut out for such a trying task, but who is, I thought. Who best to dispatch in the Ixco-infested forest? Explain the letter's lateness to the fiery temperance. Guess whose name sprang to mind? Here's the letter, Ronald. Okay. I guess we're doing that first. We're going here. At least tomorrow we could start having toward side quests. You seek Mia McCall. I am she, instructor of the God's Quiver, commander of the White Rams, and bane of any feathered fiend who dares poke his beak in the 12's wood. I know you. Spoken before, have we not? I trust you've bagged a few birdies? Yeah. Ronald, is it? What business do you have, meow? Apologies, just slip of the tongue. I say with meow, I mean with meow. Meow. Ah. Does she like it? Sorry, it's late. Oh, let me see. Oh, how wonderful. It's a letter from Lady. The woman is like a mother to me, you see. I lost my parents when I was young. It was she who raised me on my meowing day. Her son was a great hero, the leader of the White Rams before me. He too was lost in the light of duty. But let's see what news she has. says she is too busy for her dear grandson. But by the date she is, she could be here at this very moment. It's strange, I'm now worried of her arrival. Perhaps she simply misread her captain, although she speaks of the future. If these dates are past, tell me, Adventure, what is the letter? Was it? Oh. Goggles. Never trust anything with wings, I say. Then these dates must be true. They should be here already. I smell the filthy hand of the... We must send out a search party. If they came via Gordania, they may have noticed. And tree speak. A band of Ixols raid the area, but they are usually too chicken-hearted to approach the pass. I have a sentry there watching their movements. Go to him. Oh, and if you should happen to meet with any wee birdies, mine shall weep if you snap their snarly necks. Alright, what's going on? Up. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What's happening to you? What the? My axe. Ah. Good Garuda, man. Black cat of the white rams. My life you was. What? No. Oh. Oh, Ixo must die. Sometimes they seem to be patrolling this area. Perhaps he knows something. Grant. Cubies. Deal we and then hold them as hostages. No doubt. I say we kill the feather. Rip his beak off. Sadly, he's already been. I mean, we could cure the tempering in him, but not yet. We'll let him betray his own kind first. We'll track him down. We'll track him to see if he really knows where they are, and then you and I can pull his wishbone. Well, with my head wing, I just. How I despise listening to their feather brain prattle. Fool knows nothing except how to delay his death with false promises. Still, I would have you follow him to this headwing. Just to be sure, we shall return to the spire. The parties have met with more success. Got it. Come to play, the black dog has. For his life. Will leave us. Oops. I don't think they know. Do they know that I killed Garuda several times in a row? Several. Several. Where's the sun? Oh, my young grandson, but we made our way through. Angered Trent and our carriage was over. My grandson and I managed to escape, but we were separated from our guard. We fled into the forest in order to be found, but only found a nest of big squirrels. Us bound our hands with rough twine. I fear we were to be offered to their god. Imagine my relief when I heard them speaking, but as hostages. And then, without a word of warning, I was released. They marched me here, removed my blindfold, and bade me wait. They collect me. Still on the benches. We must send word. I pray you eventually return to Mela and relate to her all they told you. If anyone can say my grandson is she, please do not worry about me. I can make my way to from here. The guards there will protect me. Oh, they lied to us. They say to release the child when they have found something? They spit on their lies. They seek nothing but our land. Would use the boy as a shield to secure their trespass. Nothing but their deaths. The birdies have picked on the wrong prey this time. The boy is the only child. Once the leader, we are honor bound to free him from their filthy claws. They'll rule the. I could turn, and the rails run red with. Ow. I remember this place. All coming together. Prince Brand aggressor herself? That is the best news I can hope for. I cannot. Young man, I have known her since she was but a meowing babe. Yeah, we have heard. Believe me when I say I have full confidence. She shall devote her every energy to rescuing my grandson. If anyone can rescue him from those brutes. 20 years have passed since the day we first met. Back when my son was still the leader, before he was taken from us. A report came in that a settlement was under Ixal's attack, and he raced to its defense. By the time he and his men arrived, the Ixal had already captured the village. My son refused to abandon it to their clutches and led a daring attempt to rescue the villagers. He finally succeeded in expelling the invaders, but their deadly work was done. Only one child emerged alive from the ruins. Mia. My son took the orphan girl under his wing and taught her bowmanship She came to idolize him as a master and perhaps a father, but now she is twice orphaned and the X will hold her master's only son as a hostage. I can very well understand her fury. But this anger of hers, I fear it may cloud her judgment in this case, drive her into recklessness. I pray you, young man, return to her and urge her not to be rash in her plans. I can't live with myself where my grandson's safety be bought with friendly blood. Lady has said that even with her grandson held captive by the Burman, she worries the safety of our soldiers. Truly, the land's. But I fear the time for a restraint is past. It sickens me to sit by while the Burman prowler is using one of our own as a shield. Their band from this very spire and moving northward. You realize what that means? The dissembling birdies return to their logging grounds. So much for their honor and honesty. We must prance now before they escape with the Proud Creek and more. Have them in your sight. Then on my order, unleash. They send a messenger. They found what they were looking for. And release the hostages immediately? Good. Proud Creek of all places. Why he would be almost safer in our evil quicker. Yeah, it's like right up here. So why? Coming to rescue me. Oh yes, I'm quite alright. They didn't hurt me, only my pride. I was such a fool, stumbling straight into that exo camp. I'm sorry for causing everyone to go to such trouble to rescue me. I'll get caught so easily, nor my father. True to the word, I overheard some of what they were discussing. It seems they were searching for a hatchling of theirs, the young of a chieftain who had disappeared from his nest. They had followed his trail. Aw. They were readying forces to launch an invasion to recover the child, knowing it would lead to an all-out war with Gordanio. But then they somehow learned of mine secure a truce that would allow the rescue party to search unhindered. There was something I don't understand. When the leader of the Ixo cut my bound, his promise your father keeps, and so the same I shall do. And they were gone. For a hatchling, but that it was not rescued. We must report those developments to command. We're back to the see. So apparently they were looking for a hatchling. That was the son of the chieftain. Apparently. I guess they all went into a panic and was like, how are we gonna find him if... Please, sir, you have to stop her. To harry the Ixal retreat and strike them all down. I beg you to bring... this is not an invasion, it was a rescue mission. They were searching for a lost... They did keep their promise, they released the boy. Surely it's only right that we should honor our side of the agreement and allow them to leave. There are conditions. Just help me. Go to bar and cook and bring out all this. It's what the Exo chieftain said. Something of promises kept in years past. If anyone knows what he meant by Let's see, it appears the situation is more complicated than we first thought. So took us for a rescue team and our lanes to attack them in their retreat. And the hatchling with them? No way I can stop her? Perhaps I can, for I indeed have some knowledge of their promise the Ixo spoke of. How strange that their fates brought together again like this. The elementals working in strange ways. Very well, I will talk with Mia. Would it be too much to ask you do me a favor or a kindness? Run ahead to the spire and delay her from taking any drastic action. I will join you as soon as I can. The path is steep. I am afraid I am not as young as I once was. I can fly you there. I have a broom. I have a magic broom. My broom. Whee! Broom time. Time to sweep this place up. But these ones are retreating, and and a youngling goes with them. Couldn't we let them go? Oh, I know. Even that's pretty bad when a child's like, even he's willing to be merciful. All right, you're the last of them. Join up. 4 wee birdies won't know what hell. Reject my attack as well? So do I, Mia. You've been through so much as it's all about you need. And so as you, Mia, there is a story you must hear. A story began long ago, but not yet concluded. A tale from long ago, when my son led the right rams as you do now. Time when we found ourselves caught in the same snare as the Ixo did this day, as if reflected in a glass. There was a young girl trapped behind Ixo lines. The white rams put together a rescue team to save her, and prepared to strike at the heart of the enemy. The Ixos were surrounded, but their defense was strong. All hope seemed lost. Until quite by chance, a separate raid led to the capture of several Ixo hatchlings abandoned in their nest. So both sides came to hold younglings as hostages. Threat was answered with counter threat, and both sides prepared for a bloody resolution. So my son reached out to the Ixo. He offered them a truce and a promise. He would return their hatchlings, but the Ixo would withdraw and spare the child. Tell me, my dear, what was it the Ixo chieftain said to you? That your father kept his promise, so he would keep his turn? It could only be the will of the elements that brought such a fate to pass. There could be no doubt. The chieftain was one of the Ixo hatchlings my son released that day. It was my son's promise that lifted the siege on the village. It saved the child, a young Makote girl with it. Pink black coat and shining eyes. My master bought my life with his. 20 long years, the threads of destiny that entwined on that fateful day have brought you two together once more. Whether you sever those ties now or tie them stronger, only your heart can decide. Be bound to an soul. Cut myself free. Cut off the attack. Send word to the vanguard. They are to escort the exile off our lands, but under the conditions. But under no circumstances are the vermin to be fired upon. Any foolish enough to disobey will answer them. Or they'll die alright the minute they step on their filthy bed back in 12 or us now. Temporary truce. I do still want to push my claws in your beady little eyes, but it's not for me to put an end to what my master began. You came to me with a letter, but in the end you bought me something far more important. True compassion. Legacy of my master. That I was too quick to forget. There's one thing to say I can say thank you. That was forever. These are getting longer. 19. Ah, much more quieter. Hello, Guildmaster. I visited my firm friend Ronald, the man who more than matched that monster Marlin. Come to cast away your cares with a little leisurely angling. That's a missive from my old mate. He's a trinket trader from Odal who supplies a certain something that supports strengthened seafood stocks. Since we set some of his special supporters on the seabed, fisherman's bottom been swimming with shrimp. Okay. Heard neither hide nor hair from him. Heartening indeed to know that he's hale and healthy. And it seems the old dog is desperate to do deals. Says he wants to trade one of his treasures for him. Infrequently found fish. Business must be bad if he's battering his best brass for a bass. Any road, you could do me a favor while I'm ready my rod. Boat shouldn't be could you head over and hand him this note? I marked it on your map where this fish fancies could be found. Tell him to meet me there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's Conjurer's Guild. Wait, what am I doing? I don't even need to teleport. I just run over here. That's proof that I'm lazy. When the teleporter is sitting right here, but you're willing to completely just teleport. King's Guild. Oh my goodness. It's donuts. No luck way. Good God. What's the seed to so damned wavy? My stomach's churning. My legs are like jelly. And I know. And don't get me started on my poor back. Oh boy. God knows how I'm gonna haul this blessed crate all the way to the fisherman's. Oh, you got a letter for me? Bobby, what? According to my offer. I knew he wouldn't let me down. I could feel it in my bones. Looks like my luck's turning any turn. By this time next year, I'll be a billionaire. Oh, but look at me, getting all carried away. I haven't even introduced myself. Finest soaps, the most exotic perfumes, and the rarest curiosities in all of Uda. At least I was until the calamity took all that away from me. Hang on. My whole warehouse went up in smoke and my fortune with it. I tried everything to get my foot back in the ladder, but I was cheated at every turn, lumbered with dodgy gil, and ended up getting deeper and deeper into debt. Now all I've got left are the clothes on my baking bag and this rotten box. I was just about to declare myself bankrupt. But then I got wind of a tasty tidbit of gossip that sets my business brain in motion. There's this fellow in Old Dog, you see, a real grande. I knew him back when I was someone who knew people's. Turns out he's got a thing for exotic fish and he'll pay through now for anything suitably rare. That's when I thought of Lago. He's the greatest fisherman in Linsa and an old friend of debate. Plus, he's the only one who appreciates the true value of the thing I've got in my box. I haven't the gill or the skill to bag the kind of fish I need without him. Nor do I have the legs or the back to lug this chest all the way to Canada keep court. But say, you're some sort of delivery man, right? Could you help Could you help a fella out? I couldn't pay you anything now, but I'll remember. I'll remember you when I'm rolling in it. No, you won't. No one remembers me when they're rich. Don't even. Don't even. I can't stand hearing people say stuff like that. Like, I'll remember you. Don't worry, I'll remember you if I become rich and famous. It's like, no, you won't. Oh. No. There's so many of my, there's so many people that I know from my past that I was close friends with. Especially ones that do stream now. And, yeah. They don't even talk to me anymore. Because they got numbers that are way higher than mine, but they never speak to me more, even though I was doing this far longer than them. Thanks awfully for carrying the chest for me, Sonny. Don't know what I have done without you. Actually, I do. When I turned up empty-handed, a while ago, forced me to start fishing myself. If you're short on of something to swap, you'll snare the scary specimen solo. He said. But yeah, like when they're like, "Oh, when I'm rich, I'll remember you." It's like, no, you won't. No. The moment you're rich, you'll forget everyone. Let's have a look at this gift you've got me. Blinking barnacles is beautiful. See it shine and shimmer like a silvery scale of a sea serpent. Fish will flock to bask in the brilliance of a nifty necklace like that. I knew it. The pawnbrokers wouldn't trade it for toffee, but to a master fisherman, my supporters worth more than money can buy. So, do we have a deal? Can I put it down? Can I put the rod down now? I'll fit your fish for you. The rarest rarefied ray in the Rotano. Subject to you shoring up the shortfalls in the settlement with a little light labor. That is, catch me a carp or a corley or any form of fish you can find. Now honor your day. Shortfall? You mean the supporter's not enough? Then I'm ruined. I was sitting here for ages. I didn't even get a nibble. There's no fish to be found in this ocean. Yes, there is. Try harder. I dare to defer, my friend. There's shoals and shoals of scaly free swimmers in the sea around you. Your foray into fishing floundered because there's nothing but numbers in that noggin of yours. Clear your conscience of all those money-making machinations and mellow your mind. Then the buggles will bite. We can't dally here all day. There's duties need doing down at the guild. So I'll lay down a little limitation. Our dear delivery man here will catch me a catch of his very own. No, I won't. If you're not netted a solitary specimen by the time he's tackled this task, the deal is as dead as a devil of dodo. So if I don't catch a fish before he does, I go home with nothing. Then it's all over. Good gods, I'll be beggared. The banks won't touch me when I die. There you go, worrying over wealth again. If you're duly determined to procure this prize perched of yours, then ready your rod. Banish that brooding from your brain and focus only on the fun of fishing. Ronald, if you'd be so obliging, I'd like you to acquire me an anchovy. A Localips Momencian one will fit the bill. They're common on their coast, so I shouldn't be struggling to secure. Snatch one straight from the sea and procure it from a purveyor. It's up to you. Oh, so I can fish it? So in other words, I can fish it. I can fish it or, whatchamacallit? What? I can fish it right here. I have no bait. I have no bait. Change of plans. We're going to go. Episode. Huh. Whoa! We can't be hearing that copyright music. What? Limsa's just... Limsa feels like it's copyright central. That's what it feels like sometimes. Consume and Chover. Wow, I win. Oh, it's already over. When you've acquired your entropy, bring it back to me. It's up to you how to harvest it. Whisk one from the waves of your wellery wine, or meet on a monger. Pick one up for peanuts. What the? I bought 8 of them somehow. Whoops. Time's up, Miranda. Our dutiful delivery boy has completed his commission and fill out his thing. Unfortunately, what is your obsession with money? What have you actually lost? Well, not on money and misery, but rather widen your eyes to the wonders of the world. Like just now, when you were focused on nothing but the fishing, how did it feel? Wonderful. For a minute there, I really felt like all my material worries just watched that, but it felt like good, did he? I didn't catch it, boy. It'd have been mildly misplaced, but you've been a trader too long to fully free your feelings from the constant temptation why the fish didn't bite. Still, if you drew some sense of satisfaction from it, it's suppose. Yeah. I mean, I didn't have bait, that's why I didn't fish, but I could have did it. I mean, holy catfish, this isn't a saltwater fashion, is it? Oh, you were... Only my client could see this. I get a sultan's ransom for it. Sure as the sun, that's a saltwater catfish. There's some that say the species snuffed it in the calamity, but I had heard word they were hiding here in Candlekeep Quarry. Seems the rumors were right. Take it. Prize for your persistence. Aw. Wait, what about your payment? Aren't you gonna take my supporter? The shiny shorts, the first the star-spangled Solicar? Oh, those. I've got 100 of them at home. Just remember, don't drag yourself down brooding over business. Free your mind from fretting over your fortune and your future and try to think like a fish. But that still doesn't solve your sorrows. Never forget that you'll always find friends at the Fisherman's Guild. However hard things seem, however low you go. When you think like a fish, your distress and disquiet just drift away on the tide. My God. Was planning to give me the fish all along. Gods, the man's a bleeding marvel. I don't deserve a friend like him. You really don't. You know, it's a tough life for life being a trader. It's only tough if you make it tough. You can't think like a fish when you're swimming with sharks, or you'll get gobbled up. Close your mind to anything but coin, it does. But whenever I deal with Wawalago, I feel liberated. Like a great burden's been lifted from my heart. If I could only live as he does. I've had my fills of dealing with crooks and swindlers, spending every waking moment obsessing over my bank account, agonizing over who's gonna steal it from me. It's time I made a change. Well, there's no point in doing that. Considering you caught it, it's probably already dead from the hook. I'll throw it all away. Start again from scratch at the Fisherman's Guild. Here, Ronald. I hereby entrust you the entirety of the Great River Estate. The brilliant briefs no fish can resist. Wawalago says the fish take energy from its shining scales. A copy after them. Helps them grow bigger and strong and happy. I never knew it before. It's the same with people. If I'm to learn to live like a fish to set myself free, I need no supporter but Wawalago. Well, okay. Guess it's gonna be. Yeah. Nice. So, okay, let's see. Arms of War. Hey, something sold. I don't know what. Oh, it might have been the book. Okay. I'm gonna take this. Oh wow. I'm gonna keep the anchovy. Hey, are they expensive? I wanted the coffee because it's like, coffee. Yeah. Oops, wrong way. Go here. Almost there, guys. We're almost through all of the boring storyline. We just got 5 more to do.